Alrighty, folks, the Phillies take on the Marlins, 6:40 Eastern first pitch. Philadelphia's $1.30, totals 8.5. And if you want to see which one of the games on the slate here today that I actually like the best, I'll tell you how to access that at the end of the video. Mick Abel gets the start for the Phillies. Sandy Alcantara on the mound for Miami. Now, Sandy's just 3-7 on the year with an ERA in the sevens. And as a team, well, the Marlins are just 14-20 at home this year. Pitching staff's been killing them for the most part of the season. Miami's currently in the bottom three in runs allowed per contest. They're facing a top 10 run-producing lineup in the Phillies. Trey Turner's hitting 300 on the nose. Kyle Schwarber with 22 homers, 52 runs batted in. And as a team, the Phils are on a 4-game winning streak. They actually scored 29 total runs during that short stretch. But even if for some reasons, the bats go cold for the Fightins here, they've got a good one. And youngster Mick Abel on the hill, 2.35 ERA, 1.11 whip. I like the Phillies minus 130. Next game, Rockies Nationals, 6:45 East. Washington's minus 210, totals 9.5. Jake Irvin for the Nationals, Carson Palmquist for Colorado. Carson's 0-4 through 22 innings of work. The Rockies dropped 7 out of their last 9. And out of 37 total road games this year, Colorado posted a record of just 7-30. They're currently the lowest run-scoring team on the road in the league, and they're facing a 5-3 Jake Irvin, who's got a whip of 1.25. And out of the Nats' last 10 meetings with Colorado, they've held the Rockies to under 7.6 hits a game during that span. Average nearly a dozen strikeouts a game during that stretch as well. So if you're into historical, trends, you certainly want to think about that one there. Now, 6 out of Washington's last 7 at home stayed under the total. They also went 60% to the under in their last 10 against Colorado. So once again, if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. I like the Nationals minus 1.5, under 9.5 runs. Angels, Yankees, 7:05 East. New York's minus 210, totals 8.5. Clark Schmidt for the Bombers. Jose Soriano for the Angels. Soriano's just 4-5 on the year, 39 walks on the season already. And because of that lack of control, the righty currently comes into today's start with a 1.50 whip. Now, no real surprise here. These Angel pitchers are walking more batters per 9 than any other franchise. They're also in the bottom 3 in strikeouts per game on the road. And they're facing a dangerous lineup of sluggers in the Bronx. New York's a top 3 run-scoring team. Aaron Judge has an OPS of 1228, tied for the league lead in home runs. Meanwhile, Grisham and Rice have 25 homers between the both of them. And even if the Pinstripers struggle at the plate, they've got a good one in Clark Schmidt on the hill. ERA in the 3s, 1.24 whip. I like the Yankees minus 1.5. Orioles, Rays, 7:35 East. Tampa Bay is minus $1.25, totals 9.5. Ryan Pepio for the Rays, Zach Eflin for Baltimore. Now, the O's are just 14-21 on the road this year. All kinds of problems at the plate. Baltimore's in the bottom 10 in runs per game. And they're facing a Tampa Bay pitching staff who's definitely been tough to face at home. They're in the top 10 in fewest runs allowed on their own diamond. And starting pitcher Ryan Pepio, he's punched out 73 batters and currently has a 1.14 whip. Now, 3 out of the Rays' last 4 outings at Steinbrenner Field stayed under the total. Baltimore games went 60% to the under in their last 10 themselves. I like Tampa Bay minus $1.25, under 9.5. Red Sox, Mariners, 9:40 East. Seattle's $1.90, total 7.5. Logan Gilbert for the Mariners. Lucas Giolito for Boston. And despite a few shaky outings, righty Lucas Giolito's recorded only 1 loss thus far on the season. He does have a winning record coming into today's contest. Now, Boston got the W in their last 5 straight, and their pitching staff was excellent during that stretch. They allowed just 1.6 runs a game on average during that span. But even if Giolito ends up blowing chunks, the Bo Sox typically have little problems getting on the scoreboard. They're a top 5 run producing team. Alex Bregman with an OPS of 938. Ref Snyder with an on-base percentage in the 400s. And they're going to square off against a 1-win Logan Gilbert on the hill. Mariners dropped 6 out of their last 10 ball games. And at the plate, the Mariners just haven't been good enough at home. They're averaging just 7.2 hits a game in their own building. Bottom 3 in strikeouts per contest at home. I like the Bo Sox plus 1.5. Astros A's 10:05 East. Houston's $1.50. Totals 10. Lance McCullers for the Astros. Mitch Spence for the A's. Now, Spence has recorded only 1 loss on the season. ERA in the 3s. Now, the A's are also coming fresh off a 3-game sweep of the Royals. Held them to just 6 total runs in the series. Did a great job on the mound. And they're facing a Houston squad who actually does play their worst baseball on the road. Houston's got a losing record away from their own field. And a big problem for Houston in their road games, it's been their bats. The Stros are a bottom 5 run-scoring team in their travels. Now, 6 out of Houston's last 10 outings did fall under the total, 61% to the under in all of their contests on the road. I like the A's plus $1.25, under 10. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. It's going to be in that Padres-Dodgers game. That'll be a 10:10 Eastern first pitch. The Dodgers are minus $1.55, totals 8. Looks like Shohei Ohtani getting the starting nod on the bump for Los Angeles. Thought he wasn't going to start till after the break, but it looks like they're going to give him a go here today. Looks like Dylan Cease on the mound for San Diego on the other side. And Cease is just 2-5 on the year, ERA of 4.28. Now, San Diego's dropped 3 out of their last 4 ball games, and their pitchers did allow 20 total runs during that short time frame. They're facing a Dodger team on the other side who's 25-12 at home, pounding the baseball in their own stadium. Shohei Ohtani has an OPS in the thousands, 3rd in the league in home runs. And Teoscar Hernandez leads the clubhouse in runs batted in. Now, LA's last 4 straight at Dodger Stadium got over the total. 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at any location. I like the Dodgers minus 155, over 8. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the Phillies minus 130, Nationals minus 1.5, under 9.5 runs. Yankees minus 1.5, Tampa Bay minus $1.25, under 9.5 runs. Red Sox plus 1.5, Athletics plus $1.25, under 10. Give me the Dodgers minus 155, over 8 runs. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium site, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. Of course, if you want to see which one of the games on the slate here today that I actually like the best, my daily best play costs just 6 cents a day for 30 days worth of access. Of course, if you want to access all of my premium selections, my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club membership, it gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. I certainly enjoy producing it for you pretty much day in and day out. I try to do it on a daily basis. We've been pretty good over the past week or so. Try to do it every single day. Sometimes I just can't. But really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.